The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. We got a lot to talk about on the Vampire Stream. Man. Salute to the god Ego. I need a wrench on the Vampire Stream. Let's jump right into it. Oh, shout out to my guy Adrian. Hey, yo, Adrian, what you trying to do here? He said, old media bleeds so bad, bro. I told you I was coming. I told you this year what we was coming to do. They are flat. Man, y'all got me spitting on myself. Y'all got me spitting. We flatlining them. We flatlining them, bro. All these points that they, you know, these little dumb talking points they try to stick to, we destroying them. Ryan Garcia. If he in there, he ain't happy. This is a mess. It's just a regular old day for old media, but so it's not bad for us, it's bad for them. Ryan Garcia, verified Twitter. Oscar, if you don't believe in my talents, then you can release me elsewhere. Point blank, period. If you do, then come talk to me. Please, no more press and public bashing. You got Ryan Garcia with 3 million followers on Instagram pleading with his promoter to stop bashing him publicly and have a one-on-one or, you know, a private conversation or release him. Man, I don't even want to speak about this stuff anymore. But Oscar, call me for real and stop going to the press. We haven't talked at all. I want the best fights. I'm 21 years old. I have the drive to be even better, and I will continue to get better and fight the best fighters. Oscar De La Hoya did it. I did a video about it, so check that out for in depth. This is the live stream version. Oscar De La Hoya, he did an interview for the Los Angeles Times, or with the Los Angeles Times, and it says De La Hoya strikes back at perception that his fighters are sparring with him. Not good. So he tried to clear the air. It says with social media, sorry, I'm going a little too fast. I just want to hit y'all with the points. With social media, you tend to react in a certain way, and you can't retract it, obviously. There's a lot of voices in Canelo's ear. Being Canelo's promoter, I have a huge target on my back. I know that people were trying to sabotage our dealings and our relationship, but there were no surprises. We're still Golden Boy, and at the end of the day, we get what we want. He said he's glad the Canelo-Kovalev fight got done, and I'm glad we have a long-lasting relationship that we will fulfill. We're under contract for his next 10 fights, so I'm glad that we got him what he wanted. We had to put up with a lot of BS from other promoters who were making it impossible to make a fight. That's what happens when you're the biggest athlete in the sport and making the most money. You have a target on your back. As a promoter, you get the backlash. Everybody wants to sabotage our relationship, but everything is fine. He also talked about Canelo Triple G will happen next year and responded to Ryan Garcia, says, my promoter acted in a very unprofessional manner, which is a pattern at this point. This is what De La Hoya says. Quote, Ryan Garcia has a lot of voices in his ear right now. That's fine. I've been through it myself, but it's unfortunate because the miscommunication isn't between us, it's between his people. We're going to have an emergency meeting to get everything resolved, and we're going to move on. We're fine. It says De La Hoya spoke to Garcia on Monday, and the two are on the same page. And Alvarez's trainer, Eddie Reynoso, is also Ryan Garcia's trainer. Alvarez has retweeted many of the shots Garcia has taken at Golden Boy. De La Hoya said, that's fine. I think it's great that he's supporting him. Canelo is mentoring Ryan just the way I mentored Canelo, and maybe one day Ryan Garcia can mentor the next guy, but he's not a world champion. Is Ryan Garcia my best young fighter? No. Maybe next to Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is the real deal. Ryan is in a very unique situation because of his social media following. The fact that he has so many followers is great, but it hasn't transcended over to boxing. It just hasn't. That's the bottom line. So how do we do that? He has to win a world title. And who knows how to get him there? I do. Don't listen to all the voices in your ear telling you, hey, you have 3 million followers. You're supposed to be getting paid this much. Don't listen to them. Just trust the process and you will get there. This shit sound fucked up. Let's jump into it. This shit sound crazy. Hey, I am the new media god. I told you what we was coming to do this year, bro. We was going to talk about all the truth. Remember? Okay. Man, this shit crazy. Ever since Richard Schaefer left Golden Boy, it has been in shambles. This cross-dressing dope fiend. Hey, you wild, bro. I was trying to... This man... He said this cross-dressing dope fiend ain't fit to lead a promotion. Hey, hams are going off, bro. This relationship is too toxic, dissing each other on social. Oh, my God. I love my life. I love y'all. New media. Thank you for coming out. Good night. I mean, I don't even know what y'all want me to say at this point. Other than I told you so. Like, bro, this shit looks suspect for DAZN. Golden Boy fighters are under DAZN. So this looks bad for DAZN. And there's turmoil within Golden Boy, clearly. Now, I think something, I don't know what, and, you know, I'm not going to sit up here and insinuate and speculate. I don't really even care that much. But something is clearly going on. Because I feel like Oscar De La Hoya took an additional shot at Ryan Garcia in an interview. He knows Ryan Garcia, it would probably get back to him. And he made it his point to state that Ryan Garcia, out of the new class of fighters that he has, Ryan Garcia is not his, you know, most talented or whatever prospect. That it was Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz is the real deal. That in itself is kind of off-putting. Why would your promoter kind of pit you against other stable people? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not even so much because other people would agree. See, other people would agree that Virgil Ortiz is further along, or, you know, maybe he's better than Ryan Garcia, right? I've been your biggest fan. Oh my gosh. Anytime they start like that, it's going to be some crazy shit. I've been one of your biggest fans. I'll be the biggest fan you'll ever lose. And you have been following you for years, and you blocked me on Instagram for no reason. I thought that was so fucked up. I don't even have an Instagram, bro. So, yeah, there's that. I'll be the biggest fan you'll ever lose. P.S. We should be together too. Bro, your name is Ultra Instinct. You need to stop following your instincts, because you ain't got the Ultra Instinct. I don't even have an Instagram, bro. I ain't been on Instagram in like almost a year now. So, there's that. I'll be the biggest fan you'll ever lose. P.S. We should be together. Damn, this man came out of nowhere. Hey, Javier's out of pocket. He said, "Trust the process." Really? That's what R. Kelly said before pissing on his victims. What the fuck? Where did that come from? Oh man, this man said R. Kelly victim. Hey, you're tripped. Hey, this is gonna be a funny stream. I could already feel it. My thing is, it's off-putting. Why would a promoter kind of pit his own stable against each other? You feel what I'm saying? Why would I feel like that's something for the fans, the fans and, people like that, maybe even the media, to decipher who's the best person on Golden Boy. Why would the promoter do that? Like, listen, your job is to promote. They're both your products. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why do you sign Ryan Garcia? I see why he wants to be released. Why would you sign Ryan Garcia to try to attempt to publicly shame him and compare him to Virgil Ortiz and open that can of worms where people are like, oh yeah, Ryan sucks and Virgil Ortiz is the truth? I've never seen that. Like, have we ever? Juan Bueno, you sound stupid as fuck. So it don't, if you, okay, now you in the hot seat because now y'all okay. Juan Bueno, Ryan popular but not proven. Virgil Ortiz ain't fucking proven. What the fuck are y'all? Oh my gosh. Now you gonna turn into this because you just saying emotional groupie shit. Juan Bueno, look at the names, faces, and the profile pics of the people doing the most hating. We got a hot seat. What has Virgil Ortiz Jr. done that is so significant? First of all, he was in a division where people thought was his good division, and then he left to a stacked division in which Golden Boy has no stake in the top fighters. So who the fuck is Virgil Ortiz even going to fight at 147 when PBC has all the top guys? Since you know so much Juan Bueno, please let me know that. Second of all, I like Virgil Ortiz Jr. I think he could scrap. I've always said that if you follow my channel. But what the fuck has he done? If you're saying Ryan hasn't done anything, which is cool, what has Virgil Ortiz done? Who has he really beat? Name somebody so noteworthy that Virgil Ortiz has beaten or destroyed. Mauricio Herrera, who has a drinking problem and is 40 years old? Like, really? Who Kareem Mayfield beat years ago and didn't get no credit for? Shout out to the Bay. Shout out to the Skull. So what are you talking about, bro? He just said nothing yet. So your whole standpoint was Ryan is popular, but he's not yet proven. Okay, Virgil Ortiz is not as popular, and he's not really proven either. The only thing we could do is forecast what we think Virgil Ortiz can live up to. But in terms of accolades, all these guys are still in their journey. He's young. Yeah, I don't know if I should have said that, but anyway, I know people that know people. But anyway. But I'm saying compared to Ortiz, the aspect of the situation goes as follows. Bro, Virgil Ortiz is young. He hasn't beaten anyone either. He beat Mauricio Herrera, who's old and like not even fighting frequently, and lost to Frankie Gomez, who also disappeared. Who did Mauricio? Didn't he lose? Wasn't he coming off a loss to Saddam Ali? And that was a horrible fight. Who did Mauricio Herrera beat in recent memory? Mauricio Herrera is cool. I've interviewed him and stuff. But his claim to fame was almost beating Danny Garcia. Man, I'm blocking you, bro. I can't. The fame alone can be distracting, and Golden Boy knows he. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. He's wasting my time, bro. You see how he refuses to answer the question? Listen, if you're going to say Ryan Garcia hasn't proven anything, that's fine. He's still young in his journey. But again, what is Virgil Ortiz? Who is he beat? I'm not saying he can't beat guys, but who is he beat? It's not like he beat a big name like Broner, or he hasn't beat nobody big. He beat Mauricio Herrera coming off a loss, if I'm not mistaken, to Saddam Ali in a boring fight where Herrera definitely didn't look good. Man, that's what happens. That old media shit, they try to use this recycled shit, but they can't compete with what we do. Listen, the bottom line is this. I don't know what's going on with Ryan, and there's something's going on, but I don't know other than what I've seen, on social media and the back and forth and meetings and videos and stuff. I don't really know what's going on. But I will say this. Ryan Garcia, because of his like teeny bopper image or whatever the bullshit, pretty boy, motherfuckers is hating. Like they hating on Ryan Garcia without having like really a point. They're just, oh yeah, Virgil's way better. But you got to listen to what he's saying. You got to listen to what I'm saying. Fuck all the who you like and all the like, kid games and he just like, some of y'all need to get laid, bro. Cause Ryan Garcia, he got a lot of people, like a lot of chicks that like him and shit. And it's like dudes is jealous or some shit. It's just weird. It's real weird. But people are using outside instead. See, this is what I hate. It should be about what's right or wrong and kind of like what points make sense to you. But people take their emotion and they can't get away from their emotion. I'm listening to what De La Hoya is saying. I'm listening to Ryan Garcia, what he's saying, and trying to make some sense of it. These other dudes are so emotional. They're like, oh yeah, he's popular, but he sucks. It's just emotion. I mean, I think Ryan Garcia can tighten up in certain areas. I'm not saying he's where Terrence Crawford is or not. You ain't never heard me say nothing like that. But I think he's young. He switched trainers while he's still undefeated. He could definitely grow. He beat Devin Haney a couple of times, like 2 times or something. They fought like 6 times. So he has to have something. And I think he does need to make some changes. Like I think he needs to vary up his speed, but he's still young enough to do these things. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really know what the future holds. But it's not even about that. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing in the situation. And my question to all of you guys is this: without put your emotions and take, as men, how can you guys be men and you can't remain calm and curb your emotions to look at something logically? I feel like that's an error with this current generation. They can't, a lot of the men aren't men anymore. Definitely not alpha, just beta male shit where they can't curb personal disdain. I don't have to, like, for example, Joshua says a lot, like I don't have a problem with Anthony Joshua, but Joshua says a lot of stuff where he's been double talking and stuff. So I talk about that. But if he makes a comment that makes sense, then I can agree with that. You get what I'm saying? Like people look at it like this is some gangbanging shit. Like it's like, oh, I pick a side and I stay there. Like once a blood, always a blood. I hate Ryan Garcia, so I'm always gonna hate him. It's just weird. I never understood that little kid games and shit that boxing fans play, especially the men. I don't really even see it with the females. It's really the dudes. It's like, how, as a man, how can't you curb your emotions to look at something logically and decipher as your own person? Fuck if you think Ryan Garcia sucks or whatever. Look at the situation and determine who you think is right in the situation. I don't know. Maybe I'm built different. But anyway, the bottom line is this. My question to you guys is this. I don't care if you think Virgil Ortiz is better than Ryan Garcia. My question is, why would the promoter who is doing an interview / responding to an article that his fighters are angry in their situation with Golden Boy, why would you use that platform and this interview to pit your fighters against each other when there's already some sort of disconnect or miscommunications or tension? Who does that? That's what I'm asking you guys. Put emotion to the side and tell me another situation where you have a promoter who is already looking like there's some like turmoil there, trouble in paradise, and your promoter is saying like, oh, Ryan's cool, he got a following, but Virgil Ortiz is the real deal. That's weird. That, to me, that's weird. That's like Al Heyman. This is just all hypothetical. That's like Al Heyman doing an interview and saying, oh, F.A. Jagba, man, he's only popular in Nigeria. Deontay Wilder's the real one. He's the real heavyweight, you know. Man, fuck, Adam Kalnaski. Deontay Wilder, that's the one. That's my heavyweight. That's my boy. Like, that's weird, you know. Even if I think Errol Spence is probably the best welterweight, him or Crawford. So Errol Spence, I think, is between them two. The very best. Doesn't mean other people aren't good. Doesn't mean I can't be wrong, but that's what I think. You don't see Al Heyman doing an interview saying like, man, Errol Spence, that's my real welterweight. You know, man, fuck Danny Garcia. You know, Danny ain't good. Danny Garcia ain't as good. That seems to me weird, especially if Danny Garcia had been expressing disdain for PBC. And then you choose to make it worse, basically, by kind of opening the floodgates. Because when the article comes out and people start posting it on Instagram pages and, posting links to the article, then people are going to, jump in. You open the floodgates for that. They're going to be, oh, yeah, De La Hoya's right. Ryan Garcia sucks. Virgil Ortiz is the real one, I don't understand that from a business perspective when both of them are people that are signed to you, a.k.a. your brand and products. That don't make sense to me. Like I tell you guys all the time, I used to work at Lowe's. We had more than one. We had Valspar paint, and then, we had the other paint. So it was my job to fit the customer into the paint that works with their project, their budget, and the color choice that they wanted. But it's not my job to just outright be like, man, this paint sucks. This shit is trash. Fuck that. Because what if they like the color choice in that brand of paint? You feel what I'm saying? There's ways, there's like classier ways to do it. Like you can say, hey, from what you said, you have a brand new house. This will last you longer. This has a 20-year warranty on this paint, blah, blah, blah. It's a thicker coat. So even though it's a bit more expensive, you'll need less coats to, provide enough square foot coverage to paint all these rooms. That's what I would do as a salesman working for a company. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this weak ass shit, blah, blah, blah. That sounds weird. It's weird to kind of pit two products you're trying to really sell. When keeping it real goes wrong type shit. Especially when we're talking about humans. I just did an analogy with paint just to, give you guys a quick example. We're talking about humans and people's career. So you're telling the whole world that your best, behind Canelo, Virgil Ortiz is your best fighter. But then Virgil Ortiz is not nowhere near as popular as Ryan Garcia. That's weird. Something's up. That's real weird to me. I don't see no one else like even Eddie Hearn. I ain't never seen Eddie Hearn say like, we know AJ is his cash cow, but I never heard him shit on Dillian White or whoever else, Joseph Parker or Usyk or something. Like, man, Usyk, he cool, he all right, but Joshua, the real, even though we know Joshua is his cash cow. So I think that's a weird thing for De La Hoya to have kind of pitted Ryan Garcia and opened that floodgate. To me, that's weird. You guys can feel how you want. People rather get focused on, instead of focus on what I'm asking, they rather focus on who they think is better, Virgil Ortiz or Ryan Garcia. It's not even really about that. I want to know what other promoter is trying to sell the public on two different products, two different fighters, two different products, and they're bashing one to uplift the other. Then why do you have Ryan Garcia signed to you if he's trash? You get what I'm saying? That's what I can't understand as a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know. You tell me. Like, you go to a barbecue pit, restaurant or some shit, and they're like, man, The mashed potatoes is hitting, but the mac and cheese is trash. Why you have mac and cheese on the menu if it's trash? Maybe you should like not have it on the menu, or work to, strengthen the recipe so it tastes better. So that was weird. In my opinion, that was weird that De La Hoya did that. Shout out to Alfonso. Exactly. He said reverse promotion. Exactly. That's the opposite of promoting somebody. Shout out to Baltimore. That's weird. He said reverse promotion. That's exactly. What if you went to any Wendy's? They're like, man, our burgers is cool, but our chicken sandwiches, they're not really that good. They're popular. A lot of people post about them on Instagram, but the chicken sandwiches is trash. Does that make you want to get a chicken sandwich? So it's like, why? You listen to the name, a fucking promoter. Your job is to, like, I can understand Bob Arum not promoting a PBC fighter. Shout out to my dude Hamza. He just sent a super chat through PayPal. My dude from the Netherlands. Oh my God. Shout out to Hamza. Finally catching the show. Great content. Hamza. Appreciate you, man. As always. Anyway, to me, that defeats the whole purpose of promoting somebody if you are condemning them or making the public feel like they're not that good. Then my question is, why do you have them? Why have you signed this person if they are not that good, or you don't think you can do nothing with them? Promoter, noun.
Promoter.
A person or thing that promotes, furthers, or encourages. Oh my God. I'm destroying new media. I'd be destroying y'all. Promoter. 1. A person or thing that promotes, furthers, or encourages. A person who initiates or takes part in the organizing of a company, development of a project, etc. Person who organizes and provides financial backing for a sporting event or entertainment. You see one of the words say encourages. So, that's weird. Pitting your fighters against each other, as I stated, that seems weird to do. No matter how good Virgil Ortiz, because I actually think Virgil Ortiz is a good fighter, but it's not even about that. It's just why are you doing that? And then hoping to reconcile with the person after you've done that. Like, to me, that's taking another shot. If you want new media to continue destroying the topic, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Watch how I do them. This shit is too easy for me. I'm gonna have to start getting more super chats because it's becoming too easy. If you want me to destroy this argument, I'm gonna keep going. Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? On the vampire stream. Tell me how much sense this makes. Okay, this is De La Hoya's interview with the Los Angeles Times. De La Hoya, look, it says, De La Hoya said he spoke to Ryan Garcia on Monday and the two are on the same page. Look. Watch how I destroy it, new media style. Okay. Watch this. De La Hoya said he spoke to Ryan Garcia on Monday and the two are on the same page. So he's saying false alarm. Then De La Hoya says this. We are going to have an emergency meeting to get everything resolved and we're going to move on. We're fine. Ryan has a lot of voices in his head right now. Now, I'm no true detective, no forensic files or first 48. But you just said you talked to him on Monday and you guys are on the same page. Then the following paragraph, you said you're going to have an emergency meeting to resolve things. We're fine. How does that make sense? I'm not the smartest brother in the world. Today is Tuesday. You said you talked to him yesterday and you were on the same page. Then the following paragraph, you continue by saying you are going to schedule an emergency meeting to discuss things and bring things to a resolution. And you close by saying we're fine. This sounds like the type of shit we hear from Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn, also of DAZN. How does that make any sense? You talk to him on Monday and everything's good. You're on the same page. Next paragraph, you say, okay, I'm going to schedule an emergency meeting. It says Ryan Garcia has a lot of voices in his ear right now, De La Hoya said. That's fine. I've been through it myself, but it's unfortunate because the miscommunication isn't between us. It's between his own people. We're going to have an emergency meeting to get everything resolved, and we're going to move on. We're fine. But again, you just said you talked to him already, and everything was fine. Let me pull it up right there. De La Hoya said he spoke to Ryan Garcia on Monday, and the two are on the same page. What is going on? The two are on the same page, but then you need an emergency meeting. And then to make that even more fucked up, right? Ryan Garcia tweeted this. I don't even want to speak about this stuff anymore, but Oscar, call me for real and stop going to the press. We haven't talked at all. He just said it, bro. We haven't talked at all. So, new media. Like I said, I'm not a detective, but you let me know. How does that make sense? You said you talked to him yesterday and you're on the same page. But then the following paragraph, you said you're going to schedule an emergency meeting. And it didn't sound like it was okay because you said he has a lot of voices in his ear telling him different things. That's why you're going to schedule an emergency meeting to resolve things. And everything will be cleared up and you'll move on and everything's fine. Then Ryan Garcia said, I ain't even talked to him. Call me. Please call me. Stop going to the press. So in this situation, if this was the court of law, who would you believe? Would you believe the person who had a contradiction within two stanzas, two paragraphs, or the person who's venting on Twitter and their story seems a little bit more consistent? Ryan Garcia has been mad since last week with the Avery Sparrow fallout. So his story right now, the credibility there, I haven't seen a loophole. He said he said he did an interview, with a couple of media people on the conference call, and he said we asked Golden Boy for a fraction more money, and they turned it down. They wouldn't budge. We tried to save the event. So you tell me what's up. Man, new media killing y'all. And it's bad enough that it looked like they were throwing him under the bus. They were throwing him under the bus and making him sound like he was scared of the Duno dude. That seemed weird. And then you're comparing him to another fighter, Virgil Ortiz. I mean, something's up. Something's up. And then it makes it, Canelo was complaining, saying the matchmaker, Robert Diaz, did shit without his permission and was pissed he couldn't get the Kovalev fight at first, was pissed that he couldn't get the Derevyanchenko fight after that. You tell me. This shit is in shambles. So I cannot wait for the next 48 hours to hear old media. The ones that said Deontay Wilder's a fucking idiot for not going over to DAZN for $100 million. Now let's look at it. He didn't take the 3-fight deal. Joshua's in an immediate rematch because he lost. Who would Wilder be fighting? Who would he be fighting over at DAZN? Beyond that, look how many pullouts and failed drug tests and inner turmoil we've seen between, Dillian White testing positive and nobody knows what's going on. That whole situation looks shady. Still has no resolution. Canelo has expressed frustration with Golden Boy. Ryan Garcia and Oscar seem to be going back and forth. So, again, I can't wait for old media to set this straight and explain how Deontay Wilder was foolish to not take the $100 million. How Gervonta Tank Davis is an idiot for not going to DAZN, and Adrian Broner and Charlo and Errol Spence. Remember De La Hoya? He told Errol Spence after the Mikey Garcia fight, hey, you should come to fight for me on Golden Boy. And Errol Spence tweeted back, I don't like how black fighters are treated over there. So the shit I've been telling you guys from the beginning, who's accurate? Old media or new media? This is what you guys said versus what I said. I've already told you. And see, the thing that looks extremely weird for this DAZN situation is the mere fact that, in my opinion, and I will do a hot seat. If anyone disagrees with this opinion, I would do a hot seat because you're going to have to prove that to us. Eagles Army, we talk tonight. Canelo's Golden Boy's biggest star. I don't see how I'm talking about active fighter stars signed to Golden Boy specifically. Canelo's clearly the biggest star. So I don't think anyone can even argue with that. But here's the kicker. But wait, there's more. In my opinion, in terms of not skill or anything else, in terms of popularity, I put Ryan Garcia behind Canelo. Name a Golden Boy fighter. Canelo's number one, so he's already out of the equation. He is the number one person signed to Golden Boy right now that is active. So we already know him. He's the top of the totem pole at Golden Boy. Name another fighter that is more popular and it's provable, not skilled, not who can scrap better, who has a better chin, more speed, skilled, who has the more popularity than Ryan Garcia and Canelo. That is my top two within the Golden Boy stable, not other people's stable. I'm talking about Golden Boy. Their biggest stars right now are Canelo 1 and Ryan Garcia 2. If you disagree with that, step up to the plate. Thank you for Ego for years of amazing content, fresh haircuts, hilarious impressions, inspiring advice, devotion, and love. Salute, King. Nelson Santos, my guy. I appreciate your message, man. Shout out to you. Who is a bigger 1-2 combination within the Golden Boy stable that are active current fighters that are bigger in popularity than Canelo and Ryan Garcia? See, no one can answer the questions that new media presents. Shout out to Nelson Santos. I appreciate you, LJ. Hey, AMG. He said, who else even fights at Golden Boy? Hey, you a fool. No, but there's a couple of people. But you know they're the most popular. So my question is, your number 1 and 2 guy in recent months have both expressed displeasure with something to do with how they've been handled. Not a good sign. Not a good way to encourage people to join your promotional company. Other thing is, why does it feel like you're going against your number 2 person and not bending or, trying to find middle ground to appease him? Instead, it looks like you're trying to incite this or enrage it, throw gasoline on the fire. Really weird. Ryan Garcia said, hey, fuck it, I'll fight Duno. Give me some more money. And you're like, no. Listen, first of all, outside of Canelo, name the last Golden Boy memorable card on DAZN. Name top 3. Non-Canelo, because we know Canelo, we know his fights. When it's not Canelo, name the top 3 fights that have been on DAZN this year. Someone said I can't. He just gave up. No, I'm dead serious. Because Eddie Hearn been holding down, doing the most that he could with what he has. So you can't say Ruiz, Joshua, nothing. Name the top 3 fights, non-Canelo, that Golden Boy has placed on. The only fight I can even think of is Cancio Machado and Ryan Garcia versus Jose Lopez or some shit. Lemieux versus Triple G, but that was not on DAZN. Then that doesn't answer the question. So why would you even waste your time to even type that, since that fight was on HBO pay-per-view? That's just foolish. You just admitted that you knew it wasn't on the same network, but you took the time to put that. He said all their prospects lost, unfortunately for them. They all lost in a week. They all lost in 7 days. Like, that shit was like The Ring. 7 days. The motherfucker Golden Boy that shit was like The Ring or whatever the movie was, where you watch the fucking tape and then somebody called the Golden Boy officers. Hello, Golden Boy. And then the voice just said 7 days. All right, we're going to start blocking people. Ramirez Hooker. Ramirez is a top-ranked fighter. Maurice Hooker is an Eddie Hearn fighter. Block him. Who else? You guys got to know your shit. You're not finna waste my time. Block Alex Lopez. So, once again, Ramirez is a Bob Arum top-ranked fighter, right? And Rich from, there's a dude named Rich who's his co-promoter. It has nothing to do with Oscar De La Hoya. And then Maurice Hooker is signed to Matchroom. So, block him. Y'all not finna just be guessing random bullshit and wasting my time. Yeah, I'm up late. Y'all better know your shit. Motherfuckers just making up shit. Butterbean versus King Kong Bundy. Like, man, we not playing that. I'm asking a real life question. If you don't know, might as well just stay silent. Or Google it or something. We not playing. This new media, bro. You lucky ain't no shooters, bro, because that would be your ass, Alex Lopez. I'll let you live today, but bro, it's not that type of episode. Your mama. Okay. That's how they want to look at the names, faces, and profile pics of people doing. Saul Lopez. Get your ass up out of here. Got him. All right, so you're done. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Name the 3 Golden Boy non-Canelo fights. Damn, Nelson Santos came out me and Nelson did a back to back. We got all the Nelson blocked Alex Lopez and I blocked Sal Lopez. Look at they must be brothers and shit. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Somebody said De La Hoya versus Hopkins. Hey, you trolling. Bro, the best fight that Golden Boy put on DAZN was like highlight fight, like Pernell Whitaker versus De La Hoya and shit. Get the fuck out of here. It's like Pernell Whitaker highlights because they added them. Shout out to Al, appreciate you. He said, I'm new to your channel. Salute to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a beer. Look, hey, I'm killing these, but they mad, bro. Bunny said, who cares? You clearly in love with Al Heyman. You not answering the question. You must be blocked. Blocked. Turn it up. We can't hear you. Bro, they won't answer. Do you notice they won't answer my question? See, it's always some like homoerotic fantasies that these guys are living. Oh, you clearly love, like I love another man because you can't answer the question. Oh my gosh. Ego turning white. You supposed to be black, nigga. Who else? These dudes. Blocked. Who else? What's the question? Outside of Canelo, name 3 enjoyable Golden Boy fight, like, good fights that Golden Boy put on DAZN this year. Outside of Canelo, like no Canelo Jacobs or whatever. That's the only person he fought anyway to this point. But the reason I'm saying exclude Canelo is because we know Canelo. Oh my God! See, every time y'all hate, look what happens. Shout out to my dude Brent Weary with he just donated $50. It's 1 a.m. in the morning for me, and we got $50. Oh my God! Brent Weary just destroyed y'all. See, every time y'all fucking hate, y'all see, I get paid for this. I told you, I don't trip. I'm not tripping one bit. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, bro. I make money on the videos I'm uploading. Make money on the super chat. It's nothing, bro. Shout out to Brent Weary. Get some claps for my man Brent Weary. Bro. Ego got posters of Wilder's 6-pack. That was light. Blocked. Bro, they not answer. You see, they can't answer the question. Yeah, listen. Brent Weary just hit $50. Fuck what y'all talk about. I don't give a fuck what y'all talk about. That $50 plug came through. Like I said, y'all can hate all y'all want. We out here with it, getting money. He said Ruthless Romero Duno. Yeah, motherfucker, I don't know who the fuck he fought. Oh my, hey, they mad. They mad as fuck right now. Y'all see that? Look at that. Y'all see that pink starburst up there? Y'all mad at that? Look, they keep coming back, bro. Name the 3. Why is it so hard for them to answer the question? Name 3 non-Canelo fights this year put on DAZN by Golden Boy that you enjoyed. Why won't y'all just answer the question instead of playing all these games? He said there are none. So my thing is this. The point, since no one can answer. Uncasas is a top rank fighter. I'm going to just start blocking all of y'all. Y'all really don't know boxing. Jerwin Uncasas is a top rank fighter. And he last fought on a small card in Fresno, if I'm not mistaken. Panhandling, yeah. Blocked. Bro, they that mad that hey Britt, why you do them like that, bro? Why are they so mad, bro? So just so you guys understand, this how funny it is. This is how, just so you understand. I'm talking boxing. I don't know when a super chat will come. I didn't say anything about money until the money came. But I'm panhandling. In their brain, I've panhandled, even though I was talking about boxing, and out of nowhere, Hamza sent a super chat. Out of nowhere, Brent Weary sent $50. But that's me like I just got a cup. You see how stupid? You know it don't make sense. You know who happens to be winning. New media. So take that badge and shove it up your ass. Like all the way up. I'm LAPD. What movie is that from? He said the haters are here to get shot. Facts. Jaime Mugia's last fight before this one. You don't even know who he fought. Just stop. Mark Castro, please stop. You don't even know who the person's name is. Damn, Forrestland is on point. He said Jaime Mugia's last fight before this one. Yeah, because that last week's fight was trash. That Aladi got more head than he got body. That shit was horrible, bro. My dude Ron is a fool. He said, hey, bro. Hey, Ron's tripping. Okay, so Ron, he works with Fight Hype and he does his own thing. He has his own channel. Check him out, bro. He's funny. Hey, Ron be at the fight. Okay, so just keep this. He's a reporter. He's doing this. He said I kind of inspired a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Not to put you on blast, Ron. But anyway, Ron covers, he lives in the East Coast and he covers the fight. Like, I think he went to Herd and all this. He comes out to Vegas, I think. I seen you interview Eddie Hearn or something. Anyway, he just said, I have never covered a Golden Boy I have never covered a Golden Boy card without Canelo on it. And he's really at the fights, though. Like, he really goes to, because he lives in that area. These dudes is crazy. Bro, Golden Boy, if Kovalev beats Canelo, oh my gosh. Once again, if Sergey the Garcia Kovalev beats Canelo, Golden Boy might fold. That's just the reality of it. B-Hop better get back out. He better lace up. Because they're going to be on their second string quarterback, third string quarterback, bro. Canelo, especially if he lost bad, let's say the weight was too much and Kovalev knocked him out. If anything close to that happens, even a perceived loss is going to hurt Canelo because he already has too many. He already has we know he lost Mayweather, and one person, CJ Ross, said it was a draw. He lost to Lada, in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of people. Got helped on the scorecard. Some people even thought he lost to Austin Trout. I gave it to him. I just didn't like the open scoring. And then the fight with Golovkin, Lada, you know what I'm saying? If he has a perceived loss, that's bad. But if he loses, like gets stopped or something, that's bad. No, Canelo is a great fighter. But if he loses, Golden Boy's fucked. That's just the reality of it. Like Eddie Hearn, he at least has some. Even if Joshua loses, that's going to be a major hit. But Eddie Hearn got more of a stable for sure than Golden Boy. Eddie Hearn still got Katie Taylor, Caleb Smith. He's working with Usyk, and he got some people that could continue to win. Tevin Farmer, Demetrius Andrade, Devin Haney. Eddie Hearn got some people. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy, they got Virgil Ortiz. First of all, he's dope. He ain't fought nobody like that. Second of all of the best fights for him at 147, I think that's where he's fighting now, are on PBC. So he's going to keep fighting Orozco's and shit like that. That's not going to really make him a household name in my view. Ryan Garcia is asking to be released. Yes. He says, call me if you don't believe in me, release me. I'll go elsewhere. He said something to this effect. So he's asked, it's more of a kind of like an ultimatum. Like, yo, if you don't believe in my talent, then just get rid of me, just release me, or call me so we could talk. But De La Hoya said he already talked to Ryan yesterday, and Ryan said, I ain't even talked to him. Bro, this whole thing is sloppy. It's just what it is. Shout out to Brent Weary again. That shit is still staying up there. But as much as I like Canelo, he did lose to Edeslandi Lara for sure. I agree with that. But, this whole... I don't know. Once again, new media. When I say things, they say, oh, you just love PBC and Al Heyman or whatever. My thing is this. Name the Al Heyman guy that has some celebrity, pretty popular, that is doing what Canelo and Ryan Garcia have done to Golden Boy. That's it. See, you guys refuse. They say I'm this, that, and biased and all that. That's cool. Answer the question. I'll repeat it. Fuck all the jokes and answer the question. Name Rylan, what's up? Name a popular Al Heyman fighter that's going against Al Heyman. The only person I can even think of was Vanes Matarosen. And then he sat on the sidelines for 2.5 years, only to come back with 2-week, 3-week camp to get slaughtered by Golovkin. And he was with Don King for that. And to go on Twitter and rant and say how he's retiring and beg Al Heyman for mercy and say he made a mistake with Al Heyman and Don King owes him money. I haven't heard none. They say this what they do. This what they do if you black. Al Heyman's the devil. He's the cancer of boxing. But why? How come no matter black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, what Al Heyman fighter is going against Al Heyman and publicly be like, man, this motherfucker ain't taking care of me. Leo Santa Cruz named his son after Al Heyman. He named his son Al, in paying homage or whatever to Al Heyman. Abner Matas did an interview, I think it was with Fred or Barbershop, and he said being at Golden Boy was like working at McDonald's, and look at me here since I've been on PBC. Bro, PBC is giving these motherfuckers jobs. Keith Thurman's on that little show with, you know, Katie Adobo and Sean Porter's hosting, Abner Modest is hosting. They're actually like working. Wilder worked commentary on a heavyweight fight with Chris Arreola. What is Golden Boy doing for that? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really care, but I would imagine they compensate Wilder in some way. You know, free hotel, probably a paycheck and room, and, you know, maybe some per diem or something to get some food for doing commentary. I doubt he just did the Adam Kaunowski, Chris Arreola commentary for free. So he probably got paid for that. What is Golden Boy doing to give Ryan Garcia, whose fucking fight got canceled, an opportunity to call a fight, you know, from start to finish and collect a paycheck? You know? Or Canelo to do the Spanish. I mean, Canelo already got a lot of money, so he might not necessarily want to do it or need a paycheck. Hey, Ron, you trolling. He said, don't forget about Golden Boy MMA. That shit was trash. Oh, my God. Brent Weary, why you doing him like this, bro? That shit was trash. That Chuck Liddell, bro. And Brent Weary, he said, I should have dropped the bag at first, but you definitely have a supporter here. I know you always good for it. I appreciate it. Thank you for all that you do. Get some claps for the man. This is why they mad, because we dropping gems. We talk real boxing. Loma Checkers got blocked for the 18,000th time. Shout out to King Corleone. Bro, this is what they hate. They hate young entrepreneur. They hate young entrepreneur, persons of color. The black channel, they hate you. You know, they don't want you to support black business. Talking boxing, having fun, getting paid while doing it. This is what they hate. This is, motherfucker, I am the American dream. This is the American dream. It's 1:15 in the morning. Thanks to Brent Weary and Hamza, we made over $100 just on this stream. Not even including the other streams from earlier. We do what we want to do. I told you, I'm like the Money May of this. And we talk boxing, and we get to the real subjects. These other dudes, a lot of them just be making up shit, bro. They can't do it like I told you. Bro, who else you know? This is real, true support. These motherfuckers want to be just like me. They be doing streams and shit. You don't never see so much as a $10 super chat come across their screen. You know that because they're not talking about nothing. People, see, there's different levels of support. When you have people like Brent Weary, this is his hard-earned money. This is his hard-earned money. That takes something to pull the trigger on something like that. You know? And business brain. You see him, this man been going crazy. This is 1:15 in the morning, and he coming out the pocket, out the wallet. Y'all know I'm different. Stop playing with me. Shout out to Florida. These other dudes, you don't never see no super chat come across the string because they're not talking about nothing. No one believes in you. No one believes in your brand. Nobody, you know, no one's gonna. They'll fake support you. Like if you saying some stupid ass old media bullshit, they're going, oh yeah, good video, great video, man, great video. They ain't gonna support you for real. They ain't gonna help you get out your job. I promise you that. Man, half of these motherfuckers on YouTube. There's only a select few of us that really do this full time and can afford it, can afford their lifestyle, all off the charge it to the game on YouTube. So stop playing, man. Yeah, AMG know what I'm talking about, bro. Yeah, you say, oh yeah, Lomachenko's pound for pound number one. You know, Lomachenko's pound for pound. They'll do it in a video and say that, and then people are like, yeah, great, this is a great video. They not finna pay you and say that. They not finna do what Brent Weary do and put $50 and be like, man, this is a great video, because they know you capping. Man, come on, stop playing. This man Shakur is really dating Joette's sister. I don't know if they still are, but he was. From what how is Lomachenko back here? Just let him be, bro. Ego, I still support you, homie, even if we disagree on a lot of stuff. Shout out to Lomachenko. And King Corleone is a fool. Why are you blocking, bro? I'm starting to feel bad, bro. He came back like 2,000 times. King Corleone is ruthless. I'm trying to tell y'all. He said, I still support you. King Corleone said, no, you don't. Man, hey, that's between you and King Corleone. I don't know. I can't control these motherfuckers. I wasn't even tripping off him, but King Corleone don't like him. Yeah, LJ feel bad too. Me and LJ feeling bad, bro. King Corleone, you didn't have to clap. Hey, King Corleone, he bishop, bro. That was an old man Quillis. You didn't have to shoot him, bro. He made a move. That's King Corleone. Like, why you shooting? Why'd you shoot Lomachenko's? He wasn't even doing nothing. He made a move. He didn't make no fucking move. I was looking right at you. Hey, King Corleone. The only time the fans support you is when your air conditioner is broke. Hey, you savage, bro. You didn't have to do it like that. He made a move. Hell nah. Just let him stay if he come back. I feel bad. Or at least for tonight, bro. I don't care. Brent Weary got me in a good mood. I don't care what these motherfuckers are talking about. This shit is so funny. I want to make a reality show some kind of way about this. This is so funny. I don't know how I can do it, but this is funny. Our vampire streams be so, I don't know. It feels like a different, like the freaks come out at night or something. It's like weird. They always be funny. The vampire streams. I ain't done one in a minute either. He said Kid Corleone blazed the dudes. He really did though. But I don't know. Golden Boy got to figure this out with Ryan Garcia. This is just nasty. It's ugly. And it doesn't really help your business. You know what I mean? Like say you're a prospect coming up through the rankings. Do you really want to sign with Golden Boy when their number 1 and 2 stars have recently said shit? Like if you're aware of it, you know, do you really want to sign? I mean, I don't see how that's inviting. That's like going into a restaurant and it smelled like a fart. You never ate at this restaurant before. And it smelled like somebody pooed it. That's not, as the first impression, he's like, hey, baby, let's get some Chinese. God damn, you know when them certain smells just hit and they like burn your nostril hairs a little bit? Like it go directly to your nose, like, oh God, what the fuck, you know? And it just smelled like somebody pooed it. Would you want to eat at that restaurant, bro? When you smell baby shit be the worst, and they don't even be eating no, you know, Popeye's chicken sandwiches and shit. But them grapes and whatever the fuck babies be eating, mushed carrot, that shit, baby shit be the worst. You ever had to change a diaper? Them motherfuckers, they got that smashed avocado. Man, come on, bro. What the fuck was you eating, cut? So anyway, bottom line, you wouldn't want to go. He said roadkill. What the fucking baby you been around? Roadkill though? Hey. He said baby pea smash. Yeah, man, that baby shit. Babies be trifling too. They'll shit in front of you and smile. What the fuck you laughing at and shit? This shit stinks. You just rolling around in it. Yeah, okay. You just gonna roll around. You just gonna shit liquid shit, huh? And smile at me. It's the baby formula. I don't know what it is. That shit nasty. That's that Similac. Baby shit. Like, I'd rather have like human shit. Like, you know, like regular shit than that liquidy shit. Oh my God. Let's just stop. He said, yeah, it makes them fuckers gas. Yeah, man. So anyway, who's gonna want to sign the Golden Boy during this time where their top 2 fighters have been promotionally not happy publicly? He said, as a father of 3 sons, I know. Hell yeah. Hey, some people are nasty. You ever been in a parking lot and there's just like a diaper on the ground? Like that's foul. Like people like that need to be hit. They need to be hit with the diaper. Why would you gonna just throw, like, come on, you can't put it in the, you know, going in the store or whatever, you just gonna throw it. You just gonna throw it in the parking lot, motherfucker's car, your Toyota Corolla running over the diaper and shit. That's so disrespectful, bro. You running over the diaper in your fucking Prius. What was that? I don't know. Maybe I hit a rat and then it's a fucking diaper and shit. Man, I almost stepped in one. I would have been hot, bro. I almost stepped on a diaper, bro. I got big feet, so the shit, and I weigh over 200, so that would have been bad, bro. That shit would have exploded. I would just start swinging that air like Cuba and Boys in the Hood. Who got blocked? Yeah, anybody named Butt Crack Master deserved to get blocked. Damn, the trolls is really out tonight. That's cool. Look at that Brent Weary money still up there. I'm just gonna keep reminding them. That's what really make them mad. But yeah, DAZN, they got to get it together. I told you the DAZN curse. How many times? How many things in for such a short launch, like a period of time being out? Think about how many things went left on DAZN that's affiliated with DAZN. Ryan Garcia, one of the biggest stars with one of your major promoters on the platform, is unhappy. Canelo looked unhappy. Even if he's happy now with the Kovalev fight, Canelo looked bad this year. Having the Danny Jacobs fight, it did under $1 million. I don't think it really delivered. I ain't heard one person say Canelo Jacobs was the fight of the year, or even in that, even in that conversation. Does anyone have Canelo Jacobs as their fight of the year this year? Like they like watched it and they're like, this was my favorite fight this year. You know what I'm saying? So I think it underperformed in those categories. And in addition to that, Canelo, the franchise title bullshit, getting stripped of the IBF belt and having to give that up. There's just now Golovkin's fighting for it's just been a mess. Canelo's whole thing has been mad. Now he's fighting Kovalev. I promise you, I'm not even as stoked for that like how some people are. I think there's some danger. There, but Kovalev, the fact that he got hurt like that with Anthony Yarde, we've seen Kovalev when Kovalev he was a stone cold killer before. No one had ever really seen him so badly hurt where he looked like he was on his way out. We've seen it several times now. The Andre Ward second fight, a Leader Alvarez fight, he got stopped in both of those. We've seen him knocked down by Blake Caparello, hurt by Jean Pascal, but badly hurt in the Leader Alvarez fight, the Ward 2 fight, and then just recently in round 7 or 9, versus Anthony Yarde. So it's like, how many times we have to see this movie? And then on top of that, my boy Nate Diaz is fighting on the same night against my other boy Jorge Masvidal. Purchase the pay-per-view from me. It helps the channel, ESPN Plus. I just think that's bad business, bro. They got Canelo competing with UFC 244, which is a really good main event. And I ain't even know, y'all know me. I never prioritize a great boxing match, a UFC match over a great boxing match. Even there's been times where they had a good card. If the boxing match is up to par, then I always pick boxing, almost always. But man, I'm really more concerned and interested with Nate Diaz Masvidal because I don't really know what's gonna happen. I think I have a good idea. Canelo Kovalev. I really do. And see, this is the kind of danger zone with fighting Canelo. If you don't dominate him and beat him, yeah, look at the fighter IQ. He said the presser here on Thursday is going to overshadow it. Facts, because they're showmen. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Canelo's a great fighter. He's one of my favorite to watch his fights. He can scrap. Canelo will never be. He'll never be Mayweather. He'll never be a Mayweather. I'm telling you, he don't have that because Mayweather is more like. First of all, Mayweather's higher skill set than Canelo, which is what we've seen when they fought. But we've already seen that. Beyond that, Mayweather was a complete package. Pause, in the sense that he actually sold the fights and made them into events. I've been to some Canelo fights, and the fight week in Vegas or whatever did not feel like the same. When Floyd was fighting even Maidana, Vegas felt like Vegas. It felt like a big fight week. You get what I'm saying? You see an influx of people. Not all Canelo fights have been like that. So Mayweather, he just did a better job like making the event huge. See, my dude was there, Ron. He said Canelo versus Jacobs in Vegas didn't feel right that week. That's what I'm saying. Part of that, to me, part of that was DAZN too. They didn't really promote it. Like, truth be told, another thing we fighting for with this new media shit is these promoters and PR people, they got to give respect to the YouTube platform and the YouTube, the people who are on YouTube covering boxing. Because I feel like the top channels in YouTube covering boxing, they do a better job promoting this shit we promote. Like, what if YouTube, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to start nothing, but what if YouTube went on strike? What if me and the top channels on YouTube went on strike and really put our foot down and said we want da 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 da, and then we went on strike. Look at how these fights would be. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine how the fights would be if you got no coverage from YouTube, the major channels. Come on, bro. So they gotta start start showing love to this digital mob, because we do a lot to advocate for the fight. Bro, I be doing ego Weight Watchers and first looks and really just routine videos. Like Canelo could do an Instagram post and I'm talking about like, what he said and stuff. That's all hype. That all hypes up the fight and gets people talking, shit like that. Nobody would care if you didn't speak ego real talk. Block him. But your ass is up here listening to me talk. That's how I know you a fucking goddamn lie. You see how stupid these dudes are? He said nobody would care if you didn't speak ego real talk, yet it is 1:33, depending on where you're at, is 1:33 a.m. for me, and you up here listening to me talk. So you told on yourself. We know you're lying. Why do they even try it with me? They know that don't even make sense. I'm sitting up here late at night listening to you, but we don't want to hear you talk. So you could be meditating, listening to like ambient like sounds and ocean waves, but you're wasting your time listening to somebody you don't care what they have to say. You could be folding laundry, getting some Q-tips and getting that dirt, that earwax out your fucking ear, you dirtbag. You could be doing all this stuff, but you sitting up here listening to me, telling me that nobody wants to hear me. These dudes be tripping, bro. That's that beta male shit. Y'all got to get it together, though. Y'all got to get it together. Yeah, we don't want to hear you talk, but I'm listening to you. Okay, that makes sense. That's like a bitch going into Victoria's Secret. I don't want to see no underwear and undergarments. I don't want to see no lingerie. Then get your dumb ass about a Victoria's Secret then. What female do you know doesn't like lingerie, doesn't like perfumes and lotions, doesn't like panties and thongs, doesn't like socks, and the things they sell at Victoria's Secret, shirts, pink shirts, and they're in Victoria's Secret by themselves. That don't even make sense. Dude, It's like a vegan at In and Out and shit. What the fuck is you doing here? This is In and Out. What you doing here? You know, they going to a steakhouse. None, steaks are us. Get your ass out of here then. All females like Victoria's Secret. Yeah, see? Yeah, the haters is mad though. Brent Weary killing you. But wait, there's more. Why? Y'all better stop. Brent Weary hit me with that jack-o'-lantern. See, y'all gotta stop hate. I'm telling y'all. We gonna take out. Man, we gonna keep taking it to the next level. I promise you. Shout out to Baltimore, Maryland. I love y'all. I had a fun time when I was out there. Hey, I gotta go. If I go back to, if Tank fight in B-more again, I want to go back to the same place I was in. That place was live. But wait, there's more, bro. Tell them to stop hating. See. Oh my God, I'm trying to help y'all. Stop hating. That ain't gonna get you nowhere in life. Brent Weary out here. He out here. Every time y'all hate, y'all see what that do. Just get over it. Old media lost. Y'all not the truth like that. Y'all got the juice like that. Golden Boy got to get it together though. They got to get it together. You know, DAZN got to get it together. You know what's sad though? DAZN, they put more energy, man. They put more energy in the KSI fight. What? How you spend more energy in Logan Paul KSI? I'm not saying don't promote that. Do you bought the rights to the fight or whatever? Do what you do with it. But Oscar's talking about Virgil Ortiz is the nicest. How come nobody really watched his last fight but me and a handful of other people? And then you got Virgil Ortiz fighting in Texas and people aren't really knowing about it. And then Logan Paul, who's not even a full-time boxer like that, turning pro. He's the man. And then they talking about putting boxers on the card. I don't know, man. I don't know what they think that's really supposed to do for boxing. Billy Joe Saunders on the undercard to some YouTubers. I don't know. I had to see. But I don't know what's going on with Ryan Garcia, but it don't look good. Oh, this stuff is great. You guys got to get this. This hand sandy. Yeah, there we are. Y'all got to get this. This is my shit. It smell good too. Y'all should like this. But yeah, man, it's just not a good look. DAZN not focusing on things that actually matter. Yeah, and the other thing is this. Logan, I really feel like Logan Paul KSI, that's cool. They got a market, cool. You want some money in that. But the thing is, that's still a gimmick. That's not, how is that gonna get you long-term subscribers? You think them YouTube generation motherfuckers that just want to see two YouTubers fight and argue and say JJ got no dick and all that, you think they're going to be around for DAZN to watch Demetrius Andre's next fight against whoever, since he can't get Canelo or Triple G? You know? Andrade versus Gabe Rosado or whoever they put him in with. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that crowd, I personally think that's a whole that's like a YouTube prank channel being on DAZN or whatever. Like, unless you plan on keep putting on YouTube type fights and shit like that, I don't see how that's sustainable. You get what I'm saying? It's really just a money grab, like once and done or periodic thing. You get what I'm saying? And then the other thing is, I think DAZN, I don't know, because I really don't know enough about Jake Jake and Logan Paul and stuff. I don't know how loyal their fans are, but the thing is, I don't know. I guess, did they do 1.4 million pay-per-views? Is that a true number? Because who distributed the pay-per-view? And how, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't even know how much the pay-per-view was or nothing. But I don't know. I just don't see that being long-term subscribers. Like, if anything, people are going to try to watch it for that, and then when that's that, then that's it. Like, people don't get Amazon Prime to buy one thing and then that's it. Like, I have Amazon Prime. I use it all the fucking time. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to use Amazon Prime. I'm not going to buy Amazon Prime to watch one movie on Amazon Video and then cancel it. You know what I'm saying? Or let me say it like this. Amazon's not going to get that much money if someone does that. If like, they're going to get the money up front, whatever they get up front, and then that's it. Because I don't see a lot of that crowd, JJ has no dick and all that shit that they was talking about, sticking with the DAZN platform. YouTube distributed it. It was $10. Okay. So now we're talking. YouTube's a huge platform, unlike DAZN. Second of all, DAZN is for all these new people who don't already have it. It's $20 a month. So my thing is this: I don't know the strength of their fan base, but I don't know how many people are going to purchase it at a higher price point. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's double what the other one was. Like, that's cool that 1.4. That's cool that 1.4 million people bought the pay-per-view, but that's, I guess, from what it sounds like, distributed by YouTube, which is easily accessible. And now everyone knows about DAZN. And then if it was only $10 and now it's $20, you have to account for some people might not get the first one. And truth be told, the first fight, I don't even think it was it all that? Because I remember watching it, but I don't remember. Wasn't it a draw or something? I don't remember it standing out. Like, it looked like, didn't Logan Paul get tired in it? But I don't know. Now they're trying to bank it as no headgear and shit. So now it's it's a real boxing match. I don't know. Whatever. But that's, to me, it's still it's like kind of like a money grab fight. And then people are fake because they criticize Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, which is definitely going to be bigger than KSI Logan Paul too, and generate more interest from actual combat fans than this. This is, like I said, this is like Free and AJ versus Bow Wow and Terrence J, 106 in Park. That's how I look at it. It's like it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'll watch it just because it's something to do, but it's weird, and I don't know what type of long-term success you can really forecast from that, And people criticize Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, said it was a circus, but they're all in for this. Funny how that worked. Damn, 21 million views in YouTube. That's good. But that, to me, I don't know. Like I said, I guess it's a trade-off. Don't you think that's not embarrassing that two YouTubers could hold the record of the highest rated DAZN fight? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, basically the most successful fight that you put on DAZN is two YouTubers. But you can't duplicate that success with actual boxers or Bellator. That's weird to me. That's not weird to y'all? So, like, if Canelo Fielding and Canelo Jacobs gets murdered by KSI and Logan Paul, so that's weird, Like, your actual boxing programming can't do anywhere close to these numbers, and it's not a long-term thing, whatever. Yeah, I could, but I'm not even mad at the fighters. If it is what it is, Devin Haney, he's in that YouTube. You know, he's young, so he has that probably like a YouTube. He has a young following too. I'm assuming. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't. That's exposure for him. I would do it too. Cause you know you're gonna whip some ass, and you know why not? He said it's that American takeover. That's weird to me. This is Eddie Hearn's master plan. KSI and Logan Paul have 40 million subs. That's a lot. What's next? PewDiePie versus the winner? I don't know. They need to work on their boxing programming. Like long that's is that he said DAZN's incompetence is at full display. I don't know, man. I guess it wouldn't be as bad if you actually had boxing programming that was like highly successful too. You get what I'm saying? Like Showtime or HBO. Showtime had some fights that in its own right did over 1 million. DAZN ain't got nothing over 1 million in America only. So it takes a YouTube fight to do that for DAZN. That's weird to me. Yeah, make sure y'all smash the like button. But we'll see how that plays out. Last thing I want to talk about, I don't know what's up with the Golden Boy and Ryan Garcia. We'll see how that plays out. Though, it's just not a good look to me. Like the whole situation. You got to get your box. And like, what's up with Bellator? When's the last Bellator? Like, I don't know. DAZN just seems, does it seem like they broke a lot of ground? That's my question to you guys. Like, for example, here's my thing. Anybody have DAZN? Anybody? So this is only for people who have DAZN, and you check it daily. Like you instinctually check it. Like routinely. It doesn't have to be daily like that, but routinely. Cause like YouTube, even before I was a creator, I was always on YouTube. I used it regularly. Even though I don't really watch boxing shit on YouTube, I still use YouTube. I find recipes and all types of shit. He said I have DAZN, but I don't check it daily. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel like DAZN is a habit for anybody. Hold on. I think I read this comment wrong. They didn't say AJ has no dick. They said JJ. He said I don't check it routinely. That's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone has DAZN is like it's an instinctual habit. Like where you use it. Like my Netflix. I don't use it necessarily every day, but I use it. I use Spotify. I use Hulu. DAZN, with all the money they spend, I would imagine they're trying to get to the point where it's like that's your like a go-to source. But I don't think it's even anywhere close to being a go-to source like Spotify or Hulu or Netflix. I agree. DAZN needs to work on their boxing programming. Nobody cares about that other stuff they be showing. The World Series of Darts and Tiddlywinks Championship and shit. That's what I'm saying. They be having like porridge eating contests. Nobody give a fuck about that. See how fast you can eat hot porridge and say, man, come on, bro. They better get into porn or something. DAZN porn. Like you get into. Hey, I'll get DAZN again if they start putting some flicks on there. If they put them West Coast Productions on there, I'll get it. Put that Put that West Coast Productions on there. I'll get DAZN. Spanish Fly. Put that on there. Man, fuck what y'all talking about. That's what they need to get into that industry. I'll check that shit daily. Like, oh, shit. She said, no, I'm joking. She said, wow, it's that bad. No, but they have fucking archery. Ain't no 21-year-old nigga just watching some archery competition on an app. I'm like, look at this form. Like, man, I'll watch Robin Hood if I want to see some archery. What the fuck? Ain't nobody watching no archery competition. Like, man, get the fuck up out of here, bro. They need to put some porn on there, bro. Spanish fly. You know. He said a croquet tourney. That's what I'm saying. Fucking speed Uno and shit. Ain't nobody Jenga competition. Ain't nobody. I want to play Jenga. Put me on the show. Ain't nobody trying to watch that. So they gotta get. I don't even know who's even on Bellator. Like, they be sending me email. I don't even know. Like, what's the biggest Bellator fight that happened this year? Cause like, Michael Venom Page got knocked out. Aaron Pico got knocked out. Like, who's the big person in, like, I don't watch MMA as much. Canelo finna hit them back shot. Hey, bro, the title's gonna be like Redhead Ginger says he's bored ready. Hey, bro, you've gone too far, bro. That was funny though. Fucking, what did Abel Sanchez say? Ginger snaps. We're gonna hit Canelo with the ginger snap punch, and then Golovkin fired him afterwards. He said he was finna hit Canelo with the ginger snap and break Canelo's ribs and shit. And then Golovkin said, "Hey, no, guys, you're fired." Hey, Golovkin is a fool, bro. He fired Abel something smooth. He fired Abel like it wasn't shit. Man, hell not, Abel. What, you stealing boxes? People forgot about that already. Abel really did get fired, bro. And does he have anyone as high profile? I'm not necessarily as high profile. Who's Abel's high profile fighter? Because Golovkin was like, hey, no price increase. That motherfucker he's like, I want all this DAZN money. Fuck what you talking about. He said, I need all that DAZN money. Garcia, who lost to Usyk. Ben Henderson. How old is he though? Ben Henderson? That man Golovkin was like, hey, no, pay cuts for everybody. You'll get a pay cut. All y'all niggas get a pay cut. Golovkin said, pay cut for everybody. Yeah, I got pay cuts like tick, 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 tick. He said, you ain't getting this DAZN check. This DAZN check something different. He said Ben Henderson's still fighting. Jesus. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even know. I thought, didn't he get knocked out? Man, come on. I don't even know he was fighting anymore. He said Abel got fired on his day off for stealing some boxers. That's good. I like that. That was good. Oh, man. Y'all funny. These vampire streams be funny. Hey, Icy, stop. I can't deal with this right now. Icy got to stop. Icy's the one inciting all of this. Please stop. Please stop. Debbie goes to the zone. Who's Debbie? Triple G finna fight Lil Debbie Snacks. And no, Swiss Miss Roll. Everybody. Bro. Who's Debbie? Who's that? Deb? Lil Debbie? Who is that? Oh, he's talking about porn shit. Debbie does DAZN. Okay. I thought it said Debbie. Man, I'm getting off here. It's late. I thought it said Debbie goes to DAZN, but that said Debbie does DAZN. This shit tongue twisting. I ain't got time for this right now. Shout out to my dude, Real Brother 32, $10 shit. I can't take these comments anymore. Abel Sanchez got fired on his day off. LOL. Ryan Bader, Rampage, King Mo, Cyborg. Oh yeah, Cyborg went over there after she got stopped. But they're all on the Bellator label. Okay. He said Debbie Chenko. Hey, I'm done. I can't take this right now. I don't know why everything's looking funny, so I might be getting delirious. Oscar De La Hoya is the Puffy of boxing promotion. We ain't going going nowhere. We can't be stopped now because it's bad. I'm the definition of half man, half the club. Oh, man. We'll see how this plays out with Ryan Garcia. Y'all funny, these comments. I'm just trying to read what y'all saying. UFC doesn't pay fighters on some De La Hoya Man, what happened to my music? Shit just went off. Why is LJ laughing? Y'all crazy in here. I don't know why everything's funny to me at this moment. Vampire streams are the best. Yeah, we have hella fun. I ain't even try to use the mic. That shit broken because of y'all fucking with y'all. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about the last thing. I'm getting off after this. I didn't even realize how long I've been on. Real brother said I gotta wake up in 3.5 hours. I told you these vampire streams be hella funny. But Tyson Fury, let's talk about it. Tyson Fury, I think he messed up. That auto violin fight, that was too damaging. They said he going to a plastic surgeon, y'all. That was too much. Before the Wilder fight, you was supposed to hey, chill out, Smokey. Take it easy. You was supposed to take it easy in that fight. Yeah, Tyson Fury won, but his eye didn't win. His eye got fucked up in that. This man Otto came out. He's like, yeah, I heard the autocorrect shit, motherfucker. I got y'all. He said, I got your autocorrect. He came out. That wasn't a good stepping stone fight leading into a Wilder fight. I'm gonna keep saying this until the dawn of time. If Deontay Wilder gets past Luis Ortiz without taking much punishment, I don't understand how anybody would pick Tyson Fury. You know, anybody, that's a bit extreme, but I don't care. I don't see how Tyson Fury would be the favorite. I don't. Bro, look at this. That's a nasty cut. And then he has a cut underneath it. I ain't no like skin specialist, dermatologist, nothing, but good luck with that. Every fighter is gonna target that. I promise you. A good old left hook. They're gonna be working on their left hook. And Ryan should ask Oscar, you got my money, Smokey. You got to understand this too. Tyson, when your aura is gone in boxing, it's hard to get it back. For example, let me put it this way. Tyson Fury, he had kind of a built-in excuse that he used in the Wilder fight. He said, I was coming off of 2 light tune-up fights, and previously to that, I had been out of the ring for 3 years. 2.5, 3 years, right? So even though he almost got knocked the fuck out, he fell back on that as an excuse. I wasn't in the proper shape, and I was coming off of light tune-ups, and I just took an opportunity. Then you stop Tom Schwartz in 2 rounds, and they said he's a knockout artist and this, that, and the third. You had no excuse after that type of performance where you sustained no punishment. It only went 2 rounds to not look better in the Otto Violin fight. So, like, to me, he doesn't really have the Wilder fight. He has an excuse where he just said, "Oh, I was coming off a long layoff and 2 light touches," so that's his excuse. But then you came back and took a first tune-up, and you looked sensational. They said, right? So, what's your excuse now? You said you felt better, you got your weight better, you're punching harder than you ever have. You know, you look to be enjoying life and not depressed. So the performance he turned in for Otto Violin, that aura totally went away. You know what I'm saying? That enigma. Because he was doing well in the Wilder fight. So people could make the argument, oh, Tyson Fury was doing well and then he almost got knocked out. You know, maybe that's because of he was coming off a long layoff. But then you came and blew Tom Schwartz out the water, and you were supposed to be like back, and you got your weight and everything in order, and then you didn't look good in the Otto Violin fight and squeaked by a victory. So to me, I think that just chipped away at the aura. Now Tyson Fury doesn't look like he and his team, by making that fight and the fight the way it played out, it chipped away at the mystique of Tyson Fury. Because before, he made Klitschko look bad, and then he at least had some type of excuse that he threw out as to why he almost got knocked out. He was like, I was doing great, but I wasn't in the best shape. And here's another thing. You got to listen to what people say. Tyson Fury, when he fought Wilder, he weighed 2 pounds more than he did when he fought Otto Violin. They keep that old media shit. It don't work over here. Tyson Fury fought Wilder. He was 256.5. When he fought Otto Violin at the weigh-in, he was 254.5. That's a difference of 2 pounds. But let Tyson Fury and old media tell it. When he fought Wilder, he still wasn't in his prime shape, and he wasn't in that great of shape. But you were only 2 pounds different than what you were when you fought against Otto Violin. So you have no excuse anymore. How weren't you in good shape with Wilder and you were within 2 pounds of where you were in your last fight? And you were doing altitude training in the Wilder fight. So all that, to me, was cap. That was just an excuse of why you almost got knocked out. Period. It wasn't that you weren't in good shape. It's that Wilder has that fear of God power, and he caught you. That's what that was. It had nothing to do with you were in bad shape, but that's the fable that Tyson Fury and old media told, that Tyson Fury wasn't in good shape. And bro, if you think about it, Tyson Fury, from the first fight to the rematch, it's the same. It's just listen to me. Think about this. Tyson Fury took 3 years off. 2 years off after the Klitschko fight for obvious reasons. He came back to 2 very low-level fights, Safari and Francisco Pianata, 2 tune-up fights. Fought Wilder, did well in spots in the middle, and made Wilder miss in the middle, and then Wilder came back with a knockdown and then knocked Tyson Fury out, which he, somehow got up. And then the fight ended in a draw. Now, they were going to give him, which they did give him, 2 tune-up fights. Tom Schwartz and then Otto Violin, and then he was going to fight Wilder. So all the excuses that he made in the first fight of, oh, I've been, inactive. You had 2 tune-up fights before the first fight, and you were doing 2 tune-up fights, and you were going to fight Wilder anyway. So what's the real big difference? You're doing 2 light touch fights, and then you're fighting Wilder. So it's really the same thing. So in my opinion, Tyson Fury's team messed up. What they should have done is what everyone told him to do. If Joshua didn't fight Wilder, that's his business. The moment you signed up to fight Wilder in December, you created a legacy between the two of you. If you weren't ready to fight him, you should have took 4 tune-ups to shake off all cobwebs and then fight Wilder. But you were stubborn. You didn't listen to your wife and your family who said you were going to get destroyed, and the fans and Eddie Hearn and all these people who said you were going to get destroyed, and you engaged with Wilder, and put on an instant classic fight, and then when you nearly get knocked out, now you want to scale it back and do what you should have done in the beginning, which was ready yourself and take it easy before facing a devastating puncher. The bottom line is people told Tyson Fury this. They said, don't fight this motherfucker. People like Eddie Hearn said he getting knocked out. He's not the same since the Klitschko fight. But Tyson Fury, being a contrarian, wanted to prove everyone wrong. Now, these little decisions that he's made have arguably affected his career, because even though Wilder didn't knock you out, Wilder has everlasting power. You know, I'm not saying it will be with you forever, but some fighters don't. Meldrick Taylor was not the same after Chavez Jr. And Chavez Jr. knocked him out, but it was only like 7 seconds left or something. Wilder knocked you the fuck out. Like there's a difference, and that's no disrespect to Chavez Sr., but Wilder has different power. That's why when people get knocked out for real, like, put it this way. When people get knocked out the regular way, they're usually supposed to take time off. Period. Like if you just get knocked out and lose. Tyson Fury, for all intents and purposes, was knocked out. Even though he was able to get back up, you still had how do you explain it? You still got knocked out. You just somehow got up and came to and finished out the round. But the blunt force trauma of being knocked out, you went through that. Does that make sense to you guys? So it's really not no different than Danny Garcia knocking out Amir Khan. Because Danny Garcia was on Khan's ass, but Khan was still upright. Tyson Fury, even though Khan was stopped via TKO, Tyson Fury arguably got it worse because he was asleep. He got slept, and then he got up and finished the fight. I don't know if you guys are following me. It's late at night, so I don't know if my thoughts are connecting with y'all. The bottom line is you went through the process of actually being knocked out. Like you actually were knocked out. Despite getting up. That's cool. There's some movie shit, Undertaker shit, and heroic, but you got to rest after that. He jumped right back into it. And I told you, we don't know if Wilder damaged him, if he's ready to fight someone. Had he not fought Otto Wallin and fought Daniel Dubois, I think Dubois could have beat him looking like he did versus Otto Wallin. I think Adam Kelnowski. I think Andy Ruiz, Dillian White. I think all these guys have a shot had they been in there because they have better experience than Otto Wallin. I think they would have beat him. His own father said the same shit. Icy, he's tripping. Jack Reese dipped his gloves in smelling salts. He looked horrible Saturday. So the bottom line is, I feel like since even though he got up, which we all know and seen, and he wasn't technically knocked out for that reason, you still went through the blunt force trauma of a knockout. Do you get what I'm saying? So you have to kind of treat it as such. You have to treat it like it was a regular knockout. And that's what Top Rank tried to do by putting him in with what they thought were scrubs. But now they made it worse because a guy you thought was worse than what he actually turned out to be, which was Otto Wallin. He didn't come to lay down. You get what I'm saying? That's like, I don't know. I'm thinking of like, I'm trying to give you guys an analogy. Wilder knocked him out. He admitted he was asleep until 4 or 5 seconds. He heard Jack Reese say 4 or 5, right? He admitted that to ESPN. So it's almost like almost like a car wreck or something. There's car wrecks where you get the car gets in a crash and then you get ejected out the car, and then something like you could still be in a pile up. You still went through a car wreck though. You get what I'm saying? You took that force. You took that blunt force trauma. Whether you went through the windshield, it maybe didn't get that bad where your car gets crushed and shit, but cars smashing into you in a pile up, you still went through a car wreck. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like with Tyson Fury, people are so marveled with the heroics of that he got back up. They're sleeping on the fact that you still went through the process of being put to sleep, being put down to the point where your eyes are closed. You probably had a ringing headache or a concussion, with the type of power Wilder has. You still went through that. So I'm not picking Fury. And then on top of that, you pick what you thought were two scrubs. One guy turned out to be nowhere in your league, but the other guy put more mileage on you. Now you about to go back and fight Wilder again next with no other tune-ups? Good luck. Hey, y'all tripping with these comments. These comments are so funny. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but I feel like it's valid. You still got knocked out. It's like, put it this way. Here's a good way to put it. If Jack Reese seen the way Fury fell, walked up to him, his eyes were closed, he could have easily, and he would not have been criticized for it, went like this. So realistically, the difference between it being ruled an actual knockout was the discretion of Jack Reese. Nobody would have said shit if when Wilder's dancing and shit and Tyson Fury is snoring, nobody would have said, oh, Jack Reese is a piece of shit because he waved it off. Do you get what I'm saying? So realistically, the difference between a knockout and what happened was Jack Reese's discretion. Who would have been mad at Jack Reese if he seen how Tyson Fury at 6'9" fell and that he had his eyes closed, went like that and waved it off? Who would have been? No one. So realistically, Tyson Fury was knocked out. He went through the process, the blunt force trauma, the amount of force, torque, and power that it takes to put a man to sleep. He went through that. He lived that. He somehow got up and he was able to fight back, but he still went through all the torture of a knockout. So that's just some serious damage. And when you get knocked out like that, again, the only difference, and please don't take this like I don't care about the outcome. Like I'm not, because this is what the man fans do in old media. Oh, look, he's still bitching about. I don't care. It ended how it ended. I'm not mad at it. I'm just telling you, he went through an actual physical knockout. He was knocked out. There's another fight you guys got to watch. Edwin Rodriguez versus Michael Seals. Right? I think that's his name. Watch it. YouTube it. It was a war. Edwin Rodriguez got knocked out in the fight, and somehow he got back up. It was like the way he fell and shit, he was done. He was done, But somehow, fighter instinct or whatever, he got up, and then he ended up knocking the dude out some kind of way. A few fights after that, he got knocked the fuck out. Edwin Rodriguez viciously by Thomas Top Dog Williams. Shout out to my dude Top Dog Williams. And I was at that fight at the StubHub Center. Here, let me see. I'm going to pull it up for y'all. See, I know my boxing. Y'all better stop playing with me. I'm going to show you. Edwin Rodriguez, the one I'm talking about that fought that fought Andre Ward. So he fought Sean Porter too in the amateurs. I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. So in case anyone wants to research and check my work and think I don't know what I'm talking about. Hold on. Here's a fun fact. Who remembers the Boston bombing? Like it was a race. They had that race in Boston. They made a movie with Mark Wahlberg. Who remembers that? The Boston, I think it was called the Boston Massacre. Okay, you guys remember that? Here's a fun. See, I'll tell you, I know my shit. Shout out to female boxing fan. She said she live in Boston. Yeah, that bombing, that was sad. Patriots Day, that's the movie. Anyway, one of the guys that did that was part of the terrorists, it was like really two brothers or whatever. One of them trained boxing. You can find the videos on YouTube. He trained boxing, and guess what? Edwin Rodriguez is from Boston. He's from that area, Worcester or wherever, and he sparred that guy. I mean, obviously he didn't know he was a fucking terrorist, but just look up Just look at the whole thing up. One of the Boston Bombers, like, had aggression or whatever, and he would train boxing. He would, like, they said he was all right with it too, But anyway, they all were in the same area. So, and maybe went to the same gym. Edwin Rodriguez trained with that guy, like sparred him. But obviously it was unbeknownst to him that he was a terrorist. You don't know what people do behind the scenes. All right. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about real quick, so y'all can look this shit up. Okay, this is Edwin Rodriguez. He fought, he's Dominican. He fought Andre Ward too. So watch. I'm going to take y'all through it again. I just know how it's easy to, when you see it. Damn, my memory is on point. I swear to y'all, my memory is like insane sometimes. Okay. Michael Seals, watch this fight. He knocked out Seals in the third round. But you guys see, look at everything. I told you everything. He knocked out the guy in the end. He knocked out Michael Seals. It said Rodriguez was down twice. So he got knocked down. One of them, he got knocked down hella bad, bro. Rodriguez. And then he knocked down Seals in round 1. And then he knocked him down again. And then, he stopped him. But watch this fight. Edwin Rodriguez was basically knocked out. And somehow he got up from it. Fighter's instinct, adrenaline, whatever. He got up from it and then ended up knocking the dude out. It was a crazy fight. Michael Seals, I told you. That was in 2015. His very next fight, he had a shootout. I was at this. This was on the Andre Berto. I told you, my memory's crazy because it don't say nothing about what the main event was. This was on the Andre Berto Victor Ortiz rematch at the StubHub Center. That's what it was called then. And then my dude, Top Dog Williams, knocked him the fuck out in the second round. It was a shootout, and then Top Dog knocked him out. So, man, I told you my memory's crazy. So let's recap. Edwin Rodriguez, after he lost to Andre Ward, because he missed weight in that fight, he moved up to light heavy. Then he fought and had this war with Michael Seals where they traded knockdowns. But one of Michael Seals' knockdowns on Edwin Rodriguez, he virtually knocked him out. The guy was like, it looked like it was over. It looked like it was over for Edwin Rodriguez. He was new to the weight. The guy obviously had some pop. It looked like it was over. Somehow Edwin Rodriguez got up and ended up finishing the Michael Seals dude. Maybe having better experience, blah, blah, blah. But then his very next fight, he had another war, right? And that was with Thomas Top Dog Williams. And that was on the Berto Ortiz undercard at the StubHub Center. And I was there. And then watch that fight. He got knocked out brutally by Top Dog Williams. And then that's how Top Dog Williams got a shot at Adonis Stevenson. Told you, my memory is crazy. So, as it relates to Tyson Fury, the reason I brought all of this up is because you don't really truly know if somebody is healed in a short period of time until they're in with similar or imminent danger, like a similar threat. Tyson Fury fought Tom Schwartz. That didn't mean shit because Tom Schwartz was not proven to be anything. He fought someone probably a level up from Tom Schwartz who also hadn't proven anything, right? In Otto Wallen. Not saying he couldn't have been whatever or he can't go on to do whatever, but at the time Tyson Fury fought him, it was a cherry pick. He hadn't really proven that he was at this level. They thought it was going to be an easy fight, and then Otto Wallen turned out to be more and put some mileage on Tyson Fury, hurt Tyson Fury. What the fuck you think is going to happen if Wilder going in with Luis Ortiz and then Tyson Fury deal with that power again? I don't see it. I think it's going to be just like Edwin Rodriguez. Tyson Fury made it past the first Wilder fight. Lightning ain't finna strike twice. If Wilder catch him, I do not see how Tyson Fury, especially now that you just fought Otto Wallen and got hurt by him too, I don't see it. Plus, Wilder's confidence, should he get past Luis Ortiz, relatively easy, as long as he doesn't lose or get bashed up himself. then his confidence is going to go to the next level. If he makes it look anything near like a spectacular victory like the Dominic Brazil, that's going to basically, the more emphatic that Wilder beats Luis Ortiz, like obviously he can't lose, but the more emphatic and dramatic that the win is for as far as Ortiz, like if he gets knocked out brutally, then I'm giving Tyson Fury an even smaller chance. The best chance for Tyson Fury is if Wilder wins but gets fucked up and banged up, then maybe, or if he loses, then, he's probably not fighting Fury. But if Wilder gets past Luis Ortiz relatively scot-free, I'm not giving Tyson Fury much of a chance. You guys can say whatever you want, because from December to whatever month is it? What is this? What month is this? September. So from December last year to September, you were involved in 2 taxing, physically demanding, blunt, forced trauma episodes with Otto Wallin and Wilder. That's in a small period of time. Like, let's do the math. The Fury-Wilder fight was December 1st, if memory serves correctly, of 2018. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And that's you had about 8 months, and it wasn't even really 8 months because you were in training camp for Tom Schwartz. You were in training camp for a Tom Schwartz fight. So you haven't just given yourself time to just rest. Now you're resting, but you're also resting with injury. And everyone's seen your performance, including your dad, and was like, that wasn't his best work. So I don't know. It's not looking good to me for Wilder Fury, because Tyson Fury hasn't had clean, I got knocked out rest. Like I said, Edwin Rodriguez was virtually knocked out, but somehow got up and knocked out the Michael Seals dude, and took a year off, was in another shootout and got knocked the fuck out. His very next fight. Because you can't take all this blunt force trauma to your cabeza and not rest and rejuvenate and recuperate mentally and physically, and then just jump right into the mix. I've seen it. Look at David Lemieux. I could do this all day. I told you, I am boxing. David Lemieux got knocked out by Marco Antonio Rubio, who later fought Golovkin. He lost his very next fight after that. Look it up. This is off the top of the dome. I told you. I promise you, I'm an encyclopedia. David Lemieux lost. He was doing good and undefeated. Then he lost by stoppage. Marco Antonio Rubio has cracks. He lost by stoppage to Marco Antonio Rubio. His very next fight, he lost to Joachim Alcine. Put some money up. Look, I'm not looking at nothing. I ain't had nothing. I got nothing open. And I promise you that's what happened. Because I studied this game. Look, y'all want me to prove it. Okay, I'll prove it. I shouldn't even have to do this, but I'm going to prove it. I'm going to look it up. We do it right now, live, on the spot. Because that's what the fans want. The fans want me to prove it? Okay. Look, I just pulled it up right now. Look. Look. Bow. Oh, my gosh, bro. Look. In April 2011, he fought Marco Antonio Rubio, got TKO'd in the 7th round. His very next fight, the same year, he came back too quickly with Joachim Alcine, and he lost again. So you see how he lost back to back. I can do more examples if you want. Y'all want some more? I can do some more examples if y'all want. It's up to y'all. Bro, I'm telling you how boxing works from what I've seen. All right, I'm going to hit y'all some more. I'm going to give y'all some more examples. I'll give y'all some more. Antonio DeMarco knocked out your boy Jorge Linares. We'll take a look at it. I want to show you. I'll prove it to you. Watch. Same lot. Watch. I can do this all day. I got this shit stored. I got this under lock and key. Let's get it. I bet. Okay. Jorge Linares of Venezuela. Okay. He was on his ride. You know, he was with Freddie Roach and co-signed by Pacquiao. Look. Same shit. Told y'all. That's Jorge Linares. He was in a war with Antonio DeMarco. You guys see? Hold on. He was in a war with Antonio DeMarco in which he got knocked out in the 11th round. That was in October 15th, 2011. He came back a couple months later versus some Sergio Thomas dude and got knocked out again. So he got knocked out in that fight. He come back too quick. You know, he come right back. I can give y'all another example. I told you I got this in the brain for y'all. Here's another example. And I don't have to pull this up, but I'll tell y'all. Robert Guerrero. Robert Guerrero went in there with Keith Thurman, a heavy-handed guy, and almost got knocked out in one of those rounds, like midway through, right? Bow, Keith Thurman, he hit him with the one time. Robert Guerrero was on the canvas like this. And then he was just like looking up like, damn, should I get up? He was hurt. Robert Guerrero jumped up in the next round and actually brought it to Keith Thurman and won the next round. So he took a stand. But he was badly hurt the round before. He makes it through the 12-round fight, right? His very next fight, he fought a guy named Aaron Martinez. Aaron Martinez at that point had 4 knockouts. This is off the top of my dome, bro. So the very next fight after Keith Thurman barely almost knocked Robert Guerrero out, he had a quick turnaround, fought Aaron Martinez, who Jose Cito Lopez like later would beat. The guy had 4 knockouts, tough, but not really known for being a puncher. And he had Robert Guerrero out on his feet. You see what I'm saying? Robert Guerrero was like out on his feet, and Aaron Martinez wasn't even known for being a big puncher. So it's like how you fight Floyd and you fight Berto and Keith Thurman, and they don't almost knock you out necessarily. Well, Keith Thurman did, but Berto and Floyd didn't almost not. Well, Floyd almost knocked him out too. But it's just like, how's a guy with 4 knockouts almost knock you out when you're known for having the chin? I'm telling you, you got to give yourself time to heal. Look, I could do this all day. It's okay. Look, just to show y'all. Keith, oh my God, I told y'all, I'm on it, man. Keith Thurman. Look. Look. Guerrero down in round 9 against Keith Thurman, right? You see above it, Guerrero down in round 4. He fought Aaron Martinez. Look, March 2015, he came back 3 months later and fought a non-puncher who only weighed 146 and was not a big puncher. He only gave himself 3. You almost got knocked out by Keith Thurman, and you came right back 3 months later on a PBC card. And then you fought a non-puncher and still almost got knocked out. He was like out bad, bro. Look, I told you he's not a puncher. He still, to this day, only has 4 knockouts. He has a 15% knockout ratio. And go watch the Robert Guerrero fight. He had Robert Guerrero slept on the ropes. He was almost knocked out. Now, I'm no doctor, but I believe the reason is you can't keep going through wars in a short space of time without some real serious time, recuperative time. He almost got knocked out by someone with the under 16% knockout ratio. Go look up all this stuff I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. I wish I could show you, but I can't for copyright reasons. Look up Robert Guerrero. He got knocked down by a guy with that ratio, that low knockout ratio, and he got almost knocked out. Again, you can't keep going through wars in such a small space of time. It's not good for you. You have to give your body time to heal. That's like hitting the gym intently and your legs feel like they're going to fall off, and then you go right back the next day and do it again. Like, people have a limit. You might fuck around and get more susceptible to an injury because you're not giving yourself time to recover. You get what I'm saying? So if you look at it, this is my standpoint. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. If Wilder can beat Luis Ortiz without taking too much punishment, he's definitely the fresher fighter, because his biggest war would have been Luis Ortiz the previous March of last year. So he's had time to build his confidence and, shake that off. And he's not fighting until February. So he's going to be the fresher fighter for sure, unless he goes through hell versus Luis Ortiz, which is an option. Luis Ortiz can scrap. So I'm really going to be invested in Wilder Ortiz to see how it plays out. But unless Wilder gets banged up, then I'm definitely picking Wilder. Tyson Fury has been through too many wars in a short space of time, and now you're about to fight the number one puncher in boxing again, who slept you and has that psychological advantage over you. So my thing is this: when is Tyson Fury's rest period from the first Wilder knockout? Let me know that. When he hasn't, see, him and his team, they messed it up, bro. They messed it up. He fought in December, and then he came back against the light touch. You have to understand, even though you fought Tom Schwartz, it was only a 2-rounder, you still went through a training camp to get the weight down and stuff. You didn't really give yourself time to rest. Tyson Fury would have been better suited doing the Tom Schwartz fight only later in the year. Rest from December to whatever, fight Tom Schwartz, one tune-up, and then go in there and fight Wilder. They fucked it up, in my opinion, because you did it. When did he fight Tom Schwartz? I know it was this summer. I don't know that date. Because it wasn't even something. When was it? Somebody know the month that the Tom Schwartz fight happened? Anybody know the month that it? Because I don't even really care about that fight. Was it June, July? I don't know. Something. June. Okay, fine. It was sometime in the summer. So when did Tyson Fury rest? You almost got knocked the fuck. You got knocked the fuck out and then got up some kind of way in December. So you have January, February, March, April, May, June, and you don't really have 6 months because 2 months of it is a training camp. So you allowed yourself to rest for 3.5 months after being knocked out. And then from June, July, August, September, you come back and then go through another war with Otto Violin. And you receive injury in that fight. So now you can't just heal. They should have just picked, if they were going to do it like that, they should have just picked someone they knew for sure was a bum. You get what I'm saying? They should have picked Tom Schwartz's little brother, Schwarzenegger or some shit. That's what they should have did. Because now your fighter is, he's healing, but he got to go to a plastic surgeon, fix this cut and heal with scar tissue and heal a deep ass cut. That was a nasty cut, bro. And then he's going to come fight Wilder by February? Hell nah, bro. So if Wilder can preserve himself and not take too much, like get knocked all over the ring or lose, then he's definitely going to be fresher than Tyson Fury. As long as he's not getting cut and beat up and, almost stopped and shit by Luis Ortiz. So to me, I don't see, it's going to be dependent on the Wilder fight, how I view it. But if Wilder does a first round knockout of Luis Ortiz, then I'm not giving Fury. The better Wilder looks, the less of a chance I'm giving Fury. You get what I'm saying? The better Wilder, like if he did a Bermain Stavern 2, Dominic Brazil, and just bow and crush Luis Ortiz, I'm giving Fury less hope. I'm not giving him really any chance to beat Wilder by February. Bro, he just got hurt. It was cuts. He was hurt in the 12th round. Why did he even have he didn't even have no time to rest from the Wilder shit. He just jumped into another camp. And then Top Rank put him in. See, they thought that they undermined Otto Violin. They didn't think he had no work. They didn't think Tyson Fury was going to go through that. They made it worse. Tyson Fury, I promise you, he would have been better off fighting Tom Schwartz only for this whole year and fight it in October or something. So you could have at least rest from December 2nd all the way to, a training camp, and then come back in, maybe September, October, somewhere in there, and then be ready for Wilder in February. But it's almost the end of the year. We don't. What month is September? Okay, you just 2 days ago went through an immense war where you were hurt and you have a bad cut, and we have October, November, December. You're gonna have to be in training camp. That's three. You have like 3 months before you have to get in training camp again, and now you have this deep ass cut. Good luck. That's what I'm saying. So Wilder, if he fights in November, he's gonna have a quick turnaround as well. That's why I'm saying he has to preserve himself. If Wilder doesn't take too much punishment to the point where he's in the same boat, man, I'm definitely picking Wilder even more so. Yeah, I heard Wilder was sick in the first Ortiz fight. We gonna see, bro. Man, and see, I don't think the Otto Violin performance, I don't think that's something that, if Tyson Fury looks at any of the comments, sees what his dad says, sees what the public is saying, sees what the media is saying, I don't see how he can be happy with that performance. He could be happy from the strength that he didn't lose, something like that. But the world knows that wasn't his best work. He didn't look superb. So that, on top of knowing this guy can hurt you, I don't see him beating Wilder at all. And Joshua might suffer the same fate. He's fighting Andy Ruiz with a quick turnaround without really getting a chance to recover from it and learn from his mistakes. So both of these, the heavyweight division is very interesting. But I really believe Tyson Fury would have lost to even a guy like Adam Kalnowski or Daniel Dubois, even though they're not necessarily fully polished where they need to be right now. They haven't fought no one like a Tyson Fury. If the same things happen, I don't know, man. I see it spelling trouble, bro. Look at ESPN. Fury survives cut, grinds out win over Wallen. Fury Wallen, a tune-up isn't always what it say. A tune-up fight isn't always what it's cut up to be. Bro, they making puns. Fury sustains massive cut. Is Fury ready for Wilder after scare against Wallen? Bro, look at old media. Look, due to several severe cuts, lineal champion Tyson Fury's right eye suffered in his decision over Wallen. The Athletic Commission has issued Fury a standard medical suspension. He is suspended until November 14th and not allowed any contact until at least October 30th. Fury needed 47 stitches to close his gash. Blah, blah, blah. Fury calls out Wilder. I want you next, bum. All right, bet. Look, he's suspended. Is Fury ready for Wilder after scare against Wallen? Bro, you see how old media be doing? They were saying Wilder's going to get destroyed, and now they shaking in their boots, trying to hedge their bets. You see how old media does? They know Tyson Fury just went up there and struggled and had a tooth and nail, gutsy Rocky Balboa Creed fight with fucking Otto Violin. Now they're saying, oh, can Fury beat? You see how they always have to change? They sound all confident and shit, and then when it comes down to it, they're always wrong, or they have to back off the blocks. I say the same shit that I've been saying for years, for months, Now they talking about, oh, is Fury the same with the cut? Man, come on, bro. You already know how you know how that go. Now they posing the question, oh, is Fury ready for Wilder? But why wasn't y'all saying that before? Look at my dude Adrian. He said, "Oh, media shape shifting. Look at them squirming and shit." Told you, this is what they do. They can never stand 10 toes down like I. That's why we're gonna continue doing what we do over here, and getting the super chats, having fun with the game, and continue being right more often than not. Because we're not doing it from an emotional space like them. We're not doing it over race and shit like them. Good luck fighting a puncher. Wilder actually has a good hook. I believe his left hook is good. Bro, that's the punch I'll practice all in camp. If that cut, put it this way. If that cut, Tyson, okay. Who believes, Tyson Fury keeps saying he's going to knock out Wilder, spark out. Who believes that? Tyson Fury has not shown us one punch knockout power against anybody elite. Not anybody. There's nobody that I can remember that elite that he faced that he just bow and then just changed the whole fight around. Wilder has so much little things, nuanced things that he can do to improve. And now, like he already said, Wilder kept it a buck. He said, I kind of rushed my shots. I was so eager for the knockout, blah, blah, blah. You got that out your system now. You can slow it down a touch and learn. That's how people learn, Like when my pops took me out driving, I wasn't just raw and just whipping and shit. But now I could whip, parallel park, what y'all want. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you at least get one out your system, you have an opportunity to have learned from that. And to be honest, with what Wilder has, him learning, I think he can bridge that gap better. Tyson Fury, he didn't even really do anything wrong boxing-wise. You get what I'm saying? He got caught because Wilder was quicker than he expected and he caught him twice. You know what I'm saying? But he was boxing well. Wilder was rushing his shots, telegraphing his shots a little bit more, abandoning his body attack. So Wilder has these little nuanced things that he can just improve slightly to produce a whole different result. Plus, he destroyed Dominic Breazeale, so he got one more person, Luis Ortiz. I know Bob Arum and all them, they're going to be watching that Luis Ortiz fight, hoping that Wilder loses. Listen, I put it like this. Tyson Fury need to fight Ortiz. If Ortiz beat Wilder, Fury need to fight him. But, I'm picking Wilder to beat Ortiz. Picking him to beat him. We don't back off the blocks. So, people are going to be watching that Wilder fight because we know that's the last little puzzle piece. And if Fury tries to pull out or anything and not take the fight again, he's going to look horrible, bro. You already pulled out one rematch. You can't, they're trapped. This old media once again gets trapped. If you want to use these cuts haven't healed as an excuse to not fight Wilder if he gets past Ortiz in February, it's going to look horrible. You've ducked him twice. That means you've ducked him twice. So they've already burned up their get out of jail free card. The fight goes on. Plus, Wilder he did an interview with 78, and he said, I want to fight Joshua Ruiz winner. And Fury, right before the Volin fight, he said, no, that's ridiculous. We're going to sue you. Tyson Fury said, we will sue you if you try to fight the winner of them. We have signed contracts. You're fighting me. So Tyson Fury's trapped. If Wilder gets past Ortiz, he's trapped. He's up in there with that man. And Wilder and his team, Mark Breland and JD, they finna target that eye. And if Fury starts leaking like a stuck pig versus Wilder, then I would hate to see, because Wilder has too many punch. If Fury leaks like again, and that's how would that not be a fear of yours based on how you looked in your last fight? You have no other in between fights, and you just go in there with Wilder. If you cut again, that has to be on your mind. I don't care if you're the Floyd Mayweather of boxing, that has to be a concern. And Wilder hits from so many angles, and he hits too hard. He hits harder than Otto Wallin and shit. So Top Rank messed up, prolonging it and putting him in there with the one guy that would expose just enough and create scar tissue and create cuts. Now you got a fighter who's going into battle kind of with like a wounded mentality. He has something to worry about now. Versus if you just fought Tom Schwartz, some point of the year, then you would have go into the Wilder fight off the heels of a second round knockout. They messed up big time. So sorry to old media. I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. We worked.